Chelsea's billionaire owner Roman Abramovich has confirmed he intends to sell the club less than a week after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The attack has led to scrutiny over his ties to Vladimir Putin, as well as speculation regarding potential sanctions faced by him and other Russian oligarchs. In a statement released on the 2nd of March via Chelsea's website, he said, "I have always taken decisions with the club's best interest at heart. In the current situation, I have therefore taken the decision to sell the club," he added. "The sale of the club will not be fast-tracked, but will follow due process. I will not be asking for any loans to be repaid. This has never been about business nor money for me, but about pure passion for the game and club. Moreover, I have instructed my team to set up a charitable foundation where all net proceeds from the sale will be donated. The foundation will be for the benefit of all victims of the war in Ukraine. This includes providing critical funds towards the urgent and immediate needs of victims, as well as supporting the long-term work of recovery." On the eve of the Carabao Cup final, the 55-year-old had already moved to give trustees of Chelsea's charitable foundation the stewardship and care of Chelsea FC with immediate effect. Though the trustees had not immediately agreed to the move, that move had few actual, tangible ramifications, and it turns out it was just the beginning. Just days later, on the 1st of March, a report by Matt Law of the Telegraph claimed that Abramovich was actively seeking to sell the club. That move had few actual, tangible ramifications, and it turns out it was just the beginning. Just days later, on the 1st of March, a report by Matt Law of the Telegraph claimed that Abramovich was actively seeking to sell the club. The New York Times reported earlier on the 2nd of March that Abramovich has asked the Rain Group, a New York-based advisory firm, to sound out potential purchasers. The Russian businessman has owned a controlling stake in Chelsea since 2003, triggering the most expensive transfer spending in the club's history. Abramovich has bankrolled Chelsea's men's team to 18 major trophies, with some of the biggest stars in world football arriving at Stamford Bridge, including Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, Eden Hazard and N'Golo Kante. Roman Abramovich selling Chelsea, that makes for two Abramovich public statements in less than a week for an owner who has rarely had much to say during his tenure. Letting his pockets do the talking. The second statement comes in contrast to the first issued prior to the Carabao Cup final, which indicated that he would step away from day-to-day involvement, but that he would not be leaving as owner. "During my nearly 20-year ownership of Chelsea FC, I have always viewed my role as a custodian of the club, whose job it is ensuring that we are as successful as we can be today, as well as build for the future, while also playing a positive role in our communities," the 26th of February club statement read. "That is why I am today giving trustees of Chelsea's charitable foundation the stewardship and care of Chelsea FC. I believe that currently they are in the best position to look after the interests of the club, players, staff, and fans." That statement came 3 days after Russia's the 24th of February invasion of Ukraine as ordered by Russian President Vladimir Putin, and in the wake of sanctions against British-based Russian investors with connections to the Russian leader. Abramovich's ties to Putin have come under scrutiny, with UK parliamentarians calling for Abramovich to step away from his role at Chelsea. Manager Thomas Tuchel admitted in the lead-up to the Carabao Cup final that the club could become a target for negative public attention due to Abramovich's links to Putin. The evolving situation in Ukraine has been met with widespread criticism, even from within Russia, with Abramovich's daughter Sofia posting an anti-war message on social media on the 25th of February. Who will buy Chelsea? Now that he has confirmed his intention to sell the club, all eyes turn to the potential buyers. As the UK considers a list of 120 businesses and oligarchs for future sanctions, Abramovich appears to be distancing himself from the UK and his assets there, including Chelsea. Roman Abramovich, "I think he's terrified of being sanctioned, which is why he is already going to sell his home tomorrow and sell another flat as well," said Labour MP Chris Bryant. "My anxiety is that we're taking too long about these things. The UK government has promised to crack down on the influence of Russian investors and banks in London, and that could impact Abramovich if the situation continues to evolve. That, however, has not yet come to fruition in actuality."